Hello and welcome to my home. Well, welcome to my kitchen. We are going to do a work with me today. Today's goal is 1, clean vintage jewelry safely without damage. 2 is explain what I'm doing as I go along. Hopefully, I can hit some of the high points. The items that you're going to see are things that I've selected for the coming week with a live show Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, October 10th. Hopefully, you're going to enjoy the selection I have. I threw some extra things in here that may not be in the show because I wanted to show you some cleaning techniques or things that I do beyond just what's going to be in the show. I'm not an expert. I'm a collector. Oh, and who am I? Hi, my name is Angie. I'm the founder of Reserved Grace. That's the channel that you're watching right now. I am a collector of vintage jewelry. I'm a reseller, and I like vintage jewelry a lot. This is a clean with me video. I am super casual, and we're just going to dive in, and you'll learn maybe a little bit more about me, how I clean the jewelry, and maybe a little chit-chatting. Let me show you what I have set up here. I'll show you the gloves that I use. I'll show you all the things I use. I'm going to move that over and kind of face down. Hopefully the music's not too much for you, but I need some tunes in the background to do this. Otherwise, it's just so quiet. You're going to hear things like the refrigerator's right behind the camera, so you may hear the ice maker. You may hear dogs. Okay, hold on. Let me move you. Hold on. Oop, hi. These are the gloves. I'll show you the other things I use as I go along. I am ready to clean some jewelry. These, I'm wearing a size medium. I like them to be a little tighter so that I can actually feel what I'm doing. The first things I'm going to start with today are going to be these items right here. This is just a selection. I don't know that I'll do all of them, but it's a start. I'm going to use a glass bowl in the sink. And in the sink, I put a little strainer in the sink. I use this so I can lift out anything that gets caught in there. I also use it in here sometimes to keep things just a little suspended, maybe in just the bubbles. I don't use super hot water, just warm. Not hot, just warm. I will explain as I go. Now I'm going to put in a little bit of Dawn. I like suds. So we have that, and that's going to go in the sink. And the strainer is in the stopper area. I use a ton of paper towels. The theme for this week's show is going to be colorful. I have mostly the blues out here right now. You can see there's a lot of blues here. I have the Presidium set up because I want to test some of these things as we go. This is Avon. It does need to just be cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to check in between the pearls to see how much I do need to clean. Because if I don't need to do a lot, don't unnecessarily clean between pearls if you don't need to. This is in really good condition. The gold tone is really good. There's like a coating. Somebody wore this when they used their hairspray or something. I am going to use the connoisseurs. I'm going to use a cotton swab, and it's going to be just damp. So I'm just cleaning that real quick. And I'll use the other side to kind of take any of that cleaning solution off. But also I wanted to show you this paintbrush. This is one of those little paintbrushes that come with the kids' little plastic watercolor palettes. This is plastic. The reason I like this over the real nice paintbrushes that I use for art is because you can see the paint has come off of these, or the coating on the paintbrush, and it's just, who wants that? The other thing I like about this brush is they're so flexible and they're big and floppy, and that's what you want. These are a little bit, this one's more pointed. You can get in a little bit more pressure and get into crevices. That's not always what I want because I don't want to pop up any stones or anything. So very damp. And I'm going to just get in here to get stones here. All right, and dry it. Oh, it looks so much better. The pink on this, the pink side, so the white is for cleaning, the pink is for polishing. Oh, it looks good. Hopefully you can see the difference, the shine now and the sparkle. That is going to go over here for now. Next piece I want to do, some people wouldn't clean this, okay? It is beaded and they may not see the need to clean this. Just call me crazy. I do anyway. I'm going to use this very soft brush. I'm cleaning out any dust and ick because it did come in a lot. This I thought would be good for layering. And I like the blue and the gold in this, but I'm also doing this to see if there's any damage. This gives me an opportunity to inspect, make sure that it opens and closes fine, clean that just a little bit if it needs it. Just to get any body oils off and just to kind of a quality control check. All right, so I check glass beads, twisted, and that one's done. That was simple. I wanted to make sure it was sound and it wasn't going to come apart like some other things. Okay, next, I want to do this. Pretty beads on here. I love blue. KitchenAid's blue, and I have a lot of cobalt blue. These are Murano glass beads. And you have a barrel clasp here. Double knotted. I don't want to do much to this. I am going to clean one of these. I'm just going to run this across gently just to make sure if there's any residue or anything, hairspray, or just to wipe it down. You'd be surprised how much better things look with just doing this. Just be careful you don't catch the cloth on any caps, if there's caps on the beads. This way you're not actually getting the string wet. That was barely even wet, so I'm not even worried about doing anything with that. I'm just going to put that over there. You see, I just ran a cloth along the beads just to make sure that they're clean. And I'm going to do a quick check here. It's so pretty. Love the colors. And it's knotted. The thread is dark blue. So it looks really good. All right, very nice. Let's go over here. Blue. Next is a set. Cobalt glass. This is fairly old, I think. I wanted to just check to make sure there was no damage. And here is the matching necklace. Bib style chain with the cobalt glass drops. They're all glass beads. Maybe silver tone. The connoisseurs, this stuff is safe for all jewelry, even if it's silver or gold tone. You don't want to leave anything sitting in it though. Yeah, it's silver tone. I'm going to drop these in for just a second. So there's a little basket. If you've never used this before, there's a little basket that's inside, drops in, and there's a little brush. I will drop these in for like 15 seconds max. Swish it around, take them out. And I'm going to rinse them. Remember, I have this in the sink to catch anything, so I'm not worried about that. All right. People may not like that I use connoisseurs. Okay. I use it sparingly and not on everything, but just like I said, quick in and out. And more times than not, I will just use a little brush to clean the stones. I don't know if you can tell in this light, it brings back the sparkle because there was a coating. I think it's body oils and just, you know, stuff. It's so much prettier now. And the earrings are clean. I would also feel good about putting those in my ear. You could also go one step further and you could use a little alcohol swab or on a Q-tip and clean the posts if you wanted to. I suggest when you get pieces of jewelry, I would use an alcohol swab to just make sure it's nice and clean. I am going to do a brooch. Now I'm looking for a maker's mark. I'm also looking for if there's like sterling silver or any marks on it, or that I can tell what it's made from. That helps me do that before you start. Also keep in mind, you may find a maker's mark right along the pin. Primates does that, so don't overlook that. And I don't see anything. You also want to then check, how are the stones set? Do you have any loose stones? Do you have any missing stones? Okay, these are all glued in. So you have to be extra careful on this because you can dissolve the adhesive and they're going to come out. You can also get a brush or something underneath and pop the stones out. You don't want to do that either. Oh, and I did not mention, don't use a sonic cleaner. Do not use an ultrasonic cleaner. It's going to shake the daylights out of your jewelry and will pop out your rhinestones and ear stones, especially if they're only set with an adhesive. It loosens everything. And oh my gosh, never, never, never put faux pearl or any pearls for that matter in a sonic cleaner. It will shake the coating off. But that's a trick too. If you want to get the coating off, which I have done before, I'll show you that. I'll show you that piece when we get to it, okay? So what do I do with this one? Well, I'm very careful. It is not a super old piece, but it is pretty, and I don't want to mess it up. I like the setting. It does need to have a little bit of refresher because the sparkle's not quite there. I'm going to use a little bit stiffer brush for this one, but I am going to use the cleaner, and I am just going to swirl around the stones. I'm not saturating them. I am just getting the tops, basically, just enough to try and knock off any icky stuff that gets stuck. So I started with the stones. You want to be careful if you're going to use a cloth to clean something like this. You want to do it super flat if you can, because you don't want to get underneath the stones, if that makes sense. I'm going to go the direction of this metal here because I want to clean the metal around the stones, and then I want to clean the back. You want to clean the pin. This is also your chance to check to see how the pin is and make sure it closes fine and stays closed. Clean the back a little bit. That one closes just fine. Oh my gosh, let me Oh, this is the non-explicit version. Okay, let me take this out of the... Remove from remove, yes. Double check to make sure. Did you lose any stones in the process? Is anything loose? All right, that one's done. I want to check this one. This has a little bit of a charcoaly green to it. This looks like an artisan-made piece. It is sterling silver. So I want to test this to see what this stone is. So this is a stone. It is in the amethyst, emerald, tourmaline. I want to see what this one is also. Right above it. It could be, well, let's double check now. So we know these are gemstones. Now I want to do, just as a double check, because that just tells me a roundabout. Rock identifier. Take a picture. Jasper. Nebula stone. Crocodile jasper, known by several names. Very cool. What's this one above it? It did seem like it was above glass, but we'll see. Could be glass. Oh, well, let me double check that. It says that it's sapphire. No, it's not sapphire. So you have to double check. Sapphire is way up here. This barely got out of glass, so I'm going to guess it's glass. Yeah, it is not sapphire. I wish it was sapphire. That would be lovely with those big cabochons were sapphire, but they're not. So I'm going to do this one more time just to see what it says. We know that it's not. So sometimes if it's glass, it will zoom in and keep zooming until like it's infinity looking for something. It's not sapphire. Selling this as sapphire versus glass would be a big difference, right? So you just want to double check. I can't be too careful. I want to clean some of the sterling silver on this, but not a lot. I just want to give it a little bit of a shine. So I'm going to take this cloth again and I'm going to run it along the edge. This has little knobs. Hopefully you can see this. These have little knobbies like here. I'm just taking the patina off of just the top. So it's almost like giving it a little sparkle frame around the jasper. But see, if you're doing it like this, flat on top, you're not getting down in the crevices. So I'm only taking the patina off of the little tiny balls around the outside. And you can see this line. Let me show you here. I'll use, that's clean right there, right? We're gonna look at that and I will go across here. It's very blown out. Let's see if you can see. There we go. All right. It still has that vintage or that older antiqued look, but it just gives a little pop. You can tell also that this is an artisan-made piece, maybe not by a super great crafts person. You have a little bit of asymmetry here between these corners. It doesn't bother me. I just see those things and I'm like, oh, okay. So this was someone who wasn't as skilled as some, maybe. I'm gonna do the same thing around the sapphire glass, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. The light will catch that silver a little bit better. And I like that look. I'll show you the difference here. Hopefully you'll be able to tell. So there's like little balls around here. And they pop out. You'll be able to tell when I do the macro photos. Do I listen to music like this all the time? This or hard rock? But this is all through Epidemic Sound. So I have a license for commercial. I just was in that mood today. Oh, this is looking good. I really like how it's just bringing out a little bit of the silver and not taking all of the natural patina off. Now the back I will do a little bit deeper, cleaner, so it doesn't get on your clothes or your skin. Okay, and now the chain, I want to just do a similar thing to it. I'm just going to run this along the chain. When I do the all silver chains here, I'm going to dip them in the nasty stuff. All of those chains I feel like will be fine. Memory card was full. I kept going. I cleaned that out and I did some things while it was doing its thing. So we're back on track. Okay. I was cleaning chains. So this one is a stainless steel, but I just wanted to freshen that up. So I'm putting them over here to dry. They're going to dry fine. Let's see, was there anything in that? Yep. Okay, there's another. That is a silver tone. Sometimes I keep the silver tone because I find a pendant that's worth keeping. It may not be sterling silver and it will match better with silver tone versus sterling silver. If the chain is nice, I will keep it. Okay. This is, who is this? I forgot who this is by. This is also Avon. All right. So this is Avon. And I am going to, what do I want to do? Yeah, so I don't want to put this in the solution. I don't want to put it in the silhouette. Is that what it's called? Connoisseur, sorry. I don't want to put it in the connoisseur because I don't want the cabochon to come off. There's also little stones that you can barely even see, the little bling in there, and then in these little stations here and the beads here. So this needs cleaning, but it's not going to go in there, okay? So I'm going to use the kids paintbrush, but I am going to use that solution to do just a quick brush it over, just because it works the best in getting grime out. I'm going to do it quickly. See if I can get it to come back to life a little bit. The chain I can dip. I'm not worried about the chain. Okay. Now, very quickly, I'm going to put that in the Dawn and I'm going to rinse it. Okay. There's really no other way you can get things really clean unless you do some of these things. All right, now I just want to make sure it's nice and dry. All right. Make sure the back is dry and clean. I need to get my little cord out to plug this in so I don't have to keep turning it on and off. Or I need to get rechargeable batteries, AAAs. Add to list. All right. It's better. So there is some wear on this. It is Avon, it is costume, but I'm looking at it with a magnifying glass. So, not saying that it would be noticeable. There's a little bit on a couple of the edges, but very pretty and wearable for layering or stacking your necklaces. I think it's pretty. So I'm going to put this over here with these. You can kind of see the ones I cleaned while the memory card was doing its thing. All right. So on this one, I'm going to turn it upside down. So if there's any water or any solution in it, it can absorb that way. You know what I mean? If it's sitting the other way, it's just sitting in there. What do we got now? This is lapis. Yes, it is. Okay, this, some might remember this from a recent unboxing, but these are all lapis beads. This is, okay, I need to get, it is, I don't know, it's vintage, so I don't know how old the, whatever it is strung with. This was the original price tag that was on it when it came to me. Belle, I hear you. I gotta get the dog in a second. I'm using suture, like when you have stitches out. This is the little thing that you hold the stitches with and the little clamp. It has a good grip to it. Just a minute, Belle. I mean, you really have much more patience than that. There we go. Ta-da! Suture removal. Okay. Now, what I don't want to do, Belle, I'm going to do this one necklace and then I'll be there. I do not want to saturate this. I don't want this to go into water and soak. I don't know what it's strung with or how long, but I do know that I want to freshen it up. I want to get some of the glow back to it, the shine. So I am going to use, I'm going to start with some fresh water. I got fresh water down here so that there wasn't any other cleaner that might have been from the connoisseur or the silver cleaner that I used on the chains. So I've got new fresh water. And what I'm doing here is laying this flat to clean it, to wipe it, because I don't want to put any tension on the strand as I'm cleaning and going through it. I don't want to pull on it. I just want to give it a wipe down. I already did the tassels, and those are glass beads at the end. I already did those. Just wipe them down and then flip it over, do the same thing. Now, if this was exceptionally gross for some odd reason, one thing I would use would be, again, I would use the bottle brush and I would do this just like this again, just because this will get, especially if you go crossways like this, right? Because you're going to get in between, but you want to be very careful with that because you don't want to get any thread saturated. Remember, don't saturate the thread. That's how things fall apart. Okay. Now I have this laying flat. I'm just going to dab it. I don't think I really got anything inside that. So I am going to set this over here, that section over here, to dry. Right here. All right, I'm going to turn that one over too, just to make sure it dries good. Make sure it's spread apart so that it can air dry. Air can circulate around it. There we go. All right. Okay, you guys. This is authentic Art Deco. Not revival. This is a real piece. Love this. Now, you know that I'm going to be very careful with this. That beautiful, beautiful faceted cobalt glass. Oh, it's so pretty. Now I want to check this a little closer real quick. So I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, this whole piece is wire. So it's wire between the glass beads, and it appears to be a silver tone. It may have been vermeil once, but not anymore. This one piece here has a gold tone finish to it still. And the other pieces look like they may have at one time had a gold vermeil or gold plated. This is gonna, okay, we're gonna do this two ways, okay? One is I'm going to wash the whole thing with the mild Dawn dishwashing detergent, putting the whole thing, I didn't want to put that in any solution. So we're cleaning the beads with the Dawn, and I can already see the life coming back to it. You don't realize how gross the jewelry is until you clean it, and then you look in the bottom of your glass, the bowl. Sometimes I can see how gross things were, but you can also see the before and after. Okay. Now, although this is metal and it's glass and all those things, I don't want it to just sit and be wet. We don't want to sit in a dirty, wet diaper. No wet diapers. I told you I used a ton of paper towels. I'm going to dry this, and I will make sure it's nice and dry, check it, and then I'll be back. All right, she's gorgeous. She has a sparkle back. She's just beautiful. This one's going to be one of those ones that's hard not to keep, but I mean, that sparkle on there is just beautiful. The faceted glass beads are beautiful. The Art Deco styling, oh, just beautiful. Love her. Okay, Belle is out of her crate, and so she's rolling around and playing with her bones. So you might hear that. Okay, I'm going to do this crystal here. This is strung with, I'm trying to see if it's wire. Nope, it's a, oh, it'd be nice if it is 1, 2, 3, and this one 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Swish. Okay. I need to switch out the DOG, which she knows what that means. But anyway, she is right behind the camera right now. And I think she's going to try and tell me that she thinks her name is she, by the way. She goes by she. Her pronouns are she. Belle, you have pronouns. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so much better now that it's clean. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. All right. Now I am just going to blot this. So pretty when it's clean. It makes me so happy. I'm going to shake out a little bit of the water on this just to see. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can tell, but it is so pretty now. Oh, look at that sparkle, the shine. Woof. Okay, I'm going to let this sit over here because it can dry just like that. And wait till you see this one up close. Make sure it's just a little bit of the water off. So pretty. Oh gosh, it's so pretty. I don't know if you can tell before. Maybe I'll try and get a before and after for this shot here. Look at that sparkle. Don't you just want to wear that? Go somewhere beautiful? Like, why not? Let's just wear it. Let me wear it with my denim shirt. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's see. I've been kind of putting some things off doing them here. We're only just to the blues. Okay. So this is for May. This is 925, and the chain also says 925 Italy, I believe, if I remember right. 14 karat gold filled. Okay, so what we're going to do, we definitely do not want to put this in a cleaning solution, okay? I don't want to risk removing the gold plating. I do want to test these stones. So let's do that. Well, we have diamond, and we have, now this one's going to be sapphire. Okay, so diamond and sapphire with a 14 karat gold filled with a sterling silver chain and sterling silver. So basically this is diamond, sapphire with gold filled, gold plated, and there we go. Now, what am I going to do with it? Well, I want to clean the stones first. Here's my little brush. We're going to use the paintbrush, and I'm just trying to get in there to, so this has an open setting in the back, meaning so you don't want to get moisture trapped in there. They are prong set. Okay, so that's good. That's one less concern. If it's prong set, gives it more stability. It stays in, supposedly, if it's not loose. Okay, so I just wanted to do that real quick. Clean the stones. Oh my gosh, already. I'm going to dry this and I'll show you in just a second. What I'm going to do next is, already you can see probably a little bit better. And can you see the sparkle? I'm going to clean the chain. The chain I'm just going to use, I'm going to use the pink petal. And let me just do this and let me save battery and space, and I will, yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll be back. I'm going to run this through one more time. This part is white right here. I am going to do this chain. All right, use this white part here, right there. And I'm going to grab a hold of the chain, and I'm just going to lightly pull this through. Make sure it doesn't get kinked, because there's a kink. When I looked away, this chain will kink. It's oh, come on. So I'm basically just pulling this through. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to do it one more time right here. And you don't want to take the gold finish off, the gold plating. Can you? Yes, if you're super aggressive and you use chemicals. But come on, I could do this all day, but I'm not going to. That is stuff that would be on your skin, just so you know. Okay, I also cleaned around the pendant more, and I just want to give it a little bit of a brush to get any of the stuff. Oops, I want to use the pink side. Polish it up a little bit. I think you're gonna be so surprised when you see this. Hopefully you can see how beautiful that is now. It is clean and sparkly. It's going to go over there and I will be back. Okay, this next piece is Joan Rivers, and so somewhere up here is the tag. So there's Joan Rivers right there. Okay, the hang tag's right there, just trust me. Okay, this is lapis lazuli. So this is authentic lapis lazuli, dyed agate beads, crystals, and it is wire strung. Gives you more options this way because you don't have to worry about, it's just much more durable. Natural stone, although the dyed agate, you can lose color, so you don't want to use any chemicals on that. And you don't really need any chemicals on this. What I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to use the soapy water on this. And I may use a little bit of the connoisseurs just on some of these beads. This doesn't need to be real wet. And I'm going to clean in between the piece here. Again, I'm doing this down here because I don't want to put tension on it while I'm cleaning it. By nature, it happens. You grab it and you start, if you start pulling on it, wire's not as bad. I think it's just that you get into the habit. If you can get into the habit of keeping it flat, it'll be much better for the piece. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the strand. This really is in great, great condition. I don't think it's been worn. That's just me, but I can't prove that. But I can tell you that there's no signs of wear, but I just want to make sure that it has all the sparkle and shine, and I'm showing you how to clean it too, so that's part of it. I love this piece. This is one of my favorite by Joan Rivers. One of my favorites. Okay, I'm spreading these so that I'm not crushing in between. I can clean them. And I can decide if I want to clean the glass a little bit more. Make sure I get any of the soap off. All right, that's that. Now, what I'm going to do, I don't think it needs it. This is what I would do. If I felt like there was a coating on any of the crystals here or the glass, I would just take a little bit and I would just go over the glass like this, kind of painting it. And the glass up here. I guess I'm doing it anyway, huh? You can turn these over because they will spin. If you wanted to do any of the other crystal, you can. That just gives it a little bit, up here. It definitely will, if there's any residue, that the connoisseurs will take it off. So, but you don't want to get it on the dyed agate either. Just dab. Little dab will do you. Little dab will do you. I think that has more sparkle. What do you think? Does that sparkle better now? Or do I just convince myself of that? Do I just feel better about it? I do feel like that has more sparkle. All right, it's going to go over there and I'll be back. Fix that a little bit. Ooh, don't want to knock it off the back. That would really suck. Okay, here we go. Okay, I am calling this right now for this session of the Work With Me and Clean With Me. I think we covered a lot. Just as a recap, we did brooches. I talked about things we don't do. We don't use an ultrasonic cleaner. We don't soak things in solution. We don't leave them sitting in either water or a cleaning solution. I do feel it's okay to use things like the connoisseurs briefly and responsibly. Paintbrush is your best friend, and use your tools appropriately. Do your quality control check. Lay it out, let it dry. Then if there's anything you need to go back and touch up, some of the silver pieces, I'm going to do that. Pearls, I will do a whole separate show on pearls because it's a totally different beast. And I'll show you some of the tricks when you have faux pearls and the coating starts to come up. Think of it as therapy. This is my Zen time. I love the cleaning. I just love it. So hopefully you'll find joy in it. It won't stress you out. I feel accomplished when it's done, and I think things look so much better. And I'm very happy to get them out to you in a way that just they have that sparkle and shine. All right, there's so much more. I'm going to be working on these, but I can't keep the camera going forever. I hope you got some tips, some tricks. Hopefully you just enjoyed hanging out with me. I thank you so much, and I will see you on another, or how about this? You will see me, and I will hopefully see you in the chat on Friday, October 10th for the live show. And otherwise, you can always watch the replay. Bye.